In his later life, Mark Twain said, "I'm an old man and I have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened." A valuable takeaway from this is for us to notice how often we let the time we spend worrying about something or fearing something that isn't actually happening steal aliveness from us. Perfect example of this happened in the fall of 1991 when I decided to go bungee jumping. Something I was scared to do, but that ended up teaching me a whole lot about fear. Hi, I'm Mary Morrissey. I've been teaching transformational principles for the last 40 plus years. But like each one of us, transformation comes right at the edge of everything we've known, and we burst through into a new version of ourselves. So in 1991, 20 years after I'd been studying transformational principles, in the summer of 91, I kept hearing now and then this voice inside of me that would say, just take a bungee jump, which was completely nonsensical to me. It's like, take a bungee jump. Why would I take a bungee jump? Nevertheless, I kept hearing from that voice, not all the time, but now and then, take a bungee jump. And then in September of 91, it was a Saturday morning, and I was getting ready in the morning in my bedroom, and I heard that voice again, take a bungee jump. And this time I just spoke back to the voice and I said, you want me to take a bungee jump? Make it easy for me. And as I was walking through the family room where my kids were watching Saturday morning cartoons, an ad came on and it said, last weekend in Portland, Oregon, Bungee Jump of America, here to do, and it was just so synchronous that I would hear this voice take a bungee jump. I said, then make it easy for me. And here's an ad saying it's the last weekend in Portland, Oregon to do bungee jumping that year. So I called a good friend of mine and I said, I'm going to go out to the east side and I'm going to do a bungee jump. You want to come with me? She says, well, I'm not going to do a bungee jump, but I'll come with you. So we drove across town, parked the car, and I was shocked because I expected a bungee jump to be over a piece of water, like it's over a lake or it's over a river, which we've got lots of in Oregon. But no, it was over a parking lot. And I was seeing this huge crane that went 140 feet in the air and people being taken up to the top with a little tiny platform, like a little diving board, where they would jump off of that and have a bungee jump. But I'd heard from that voice and it said, take a bungee jump. So I went in, watched the video, and in the video it was described that a bungee master would actually be the person to accompany me up to the platform and assist me and guide me and show me how to do a bungee jump. I went, okay, I'll have a bungee master. And then they put a paper in front of you that where you sign your life away for the opportunity to have a bungee jump. And they're not responsible, but they promise to do their best. And so then the process was, after I signed that I was going to do this bungee jump, to walk out to the parking lot, let them put, this was not a harness that you wore around your waist when I did it. It was it would put it around your ankles. So they put a towel wrapped around my ankles, and then they hooked the bungee cord around my ankles, had me hop, 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 hop into the little cage that would become the elevator that would lift me up 140 feet in the air. And the cage door would open, and then you were supposed to hop out on the little platform, and then they would go 3, 2, 1 bungee, and you would jump. Well, as we got up to the top, 140 feet in the air, I mean, it looked so different from the top than it had looked from the bottom. It looked big from the bottom, but from the top, I felt absolutely terrified. And more than that, it was a little windy that day. And I watched this platform moving, and I thought, oh, I don't want to get out there and just slip off. And it was interesting because even though I felt like doing it, my body said, do not do this. Every cell in my body was rebelling. This is not a safe thing to do. You could kill yourself. Don't jump off this thing. So the bungee master, who turned out to be a 19-year-old kid wearing a bungee master t-shirt, said to me, here's what we're going to do. I'm opening this cage door. You're going to go get on that platform, go right to the edge. I'll say 3, 2, 1, bungee. And you jump. And if you don't jump, if you hesitate or hold back, you get one more chance. I'll say 3, 2, 1, bungee the second time. And if you don't jump, then you got to come back and get in the cage, and I'll take you down to the floor. And we don't give you a refund. I mean, you have the opportunity, take it or leave it. He opens the cage door. Now, that's the moment I want you to go to in your own mind, where you've decided you're going to do something and part of you's afraid. But you want what's on the other side of that fear. There's that moment, and we all feel hesitancy in that moment. He opened the cage door, and so I hopped out to the edge, right to the edge of that platform. And the kid says, all right, here you go. 3, 2, 1, bungee. And I froze. I was just frozen there. And he says, take a deep breath. And he says, all right, you get one more chance. Now, I've been a person of faith for most of my adult life. And I've discovered that there's a power that's greater than each one of us. In fact, that power is really the power that's breathing us. And as I was in that moment where I'd frozen myself, and he says, you get one more chance, I looked out across the valley, and there was a church way out in the distance. It was a new, well-known church in Portland, Oregon, and the name of it was New Hope. And there was a big cross on the top of that church. And for me, the cross has always been a symbol of the intersection between the infinite side of our nature and the human side of our nature. And that place is right in our hearts, where we can connect to a power that's greater than ourselves. And so when I saw that cross, and I'm hearing him count down, 3, 2, 1, bungee. And just with these things hooked to my ankles, I saw that cross and I just said, into your arms, and I jumped. And you turn upside down, and it's a giant rubber band. So I watched this ground come closer and closer and closer to me, but well before I touched the ground, of course, the bungee cord popped me back up and up and down and up and down and up and down until you're hanging upside down. They lower the bungee cord, unhook it, get you safely to the ground, and I was done. And I remember thinking as I was driving away from there, well, that was thrilling and it was interesting, but what was that all about? Why was there a voice inside of me telling me to take a bungee jump? Yes, I had to go through some fear to grow to be able to do that, but what was that really about? And the answer to that question was I wouldn't really know for a few months. But over the next few months, a number of things would occur in my life that would call upon the learning that I had gained during that bungee jump to meet and then surmount the things that were about to happen in my life. And in our next video, I'm going to be sharing 3 things with you that will help you in doing something that you're afraid to do. So you're going to want to be sure to watch the next video. But here's a question for you right now. You've done some things that you were scared of. Tell us in the comment section below something that you've done that you were afraid to do, but you did it anyway. And then if you've enjoyed this video, please share it. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. I want to say thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.